Hi, my name is Madison, and for 6 years, my best friend never existed. Well, she existed. Her name was real, but the 14 other people in her life, her boyfriend Jake, her mom Patricia, her cousin Emma, her therapist, her roommate Chloe, all fake, all created and run by the same person, the person I thought was my best friend. Over the course of 6 years, she stole $89,000 from me. I exposed her on TikTok, and it changed everything. And please share this video, because catfishing is a literal epidemic, and this story could save someone from the nightmare I lived. Let's go back to 2017. I was 19, a freshman at the University of Michigan. I was struggling with anxiety, so I joined an online support group. That's where I met Sophie. She sent me a message. "Hey, I saw your post about panic attacks. I get them to want to talk." We clicked instantly. We talked for 6 hours that first night. Sophie told me she lived in Portland, was 21, studying graphic design, and struggled with the same mental health issues I did. We became inseparable. We texted every single day and video chatted at least twice a week. She was real. I saw her face. I heard her voice. Her social media had hundreds of posts. She told me all about her life, her abusive ex, her strained relationship with her mom, her dream of moving to New York. And I told her everything. Things I'd never told anyone else. She was my person. About 3 months into our friendship, Sophie told me about her new boyfriend, Jake. He's amazing. Maddie. He's studying engineering and he's so supportive. She showed me his pictures, a handsome guy with dark hair and a great smile. I was so happy for her. A few weeks later, Jake added me on Instagram and sent me a message. "Hey, Sophie talks about you all the time. Thanks for being such a good friend to her." We started chatting here and there. He seemed like a great guy, protective of Sophie, funny and kind. Then Sophie's cousin Emma added me. Then her roommate Chloe. Her mom, Patricia. Her coworker, David. Slowly but surely, I became friends with Sophie's entire circle. We even had a group chat with 8 of us, talking every single day. For the first time, I felt like I had this amazing community of people who really cared about me. Then, in 2018, Sophie's world fell apart. Her mom was diagnosed with stage 4 breast cancer. Sophie was devastated. She called me, crying. "I don't know how to handle this. She only has 6 months." I was there for her every single day, 4 hours on the phone. Jake would message me, "Thanks for being there for her. She really needs you." Sophie had to drop out of school to take care of her mom, which meant she was broke. I sent her $300 for groceries. I said, "I know you're not working." She cried, "Maddie, you don't have to." "I want to. You're my best friend." Over the next few months, I sent more, 500 here, 200 there. Her mom's medical bills were piling up, and I just wanted to help. In October, her mom, Patricia, passed away. Sophie called me, completely inconsolable. I immediately booked a flight to Portland for the funeral, but 2 days before I was supposed to leave, Sophie called, "Maddie, I'm so sorry. The funeral is family only. My aunt is very strict about it." I feel horrible. I was disappointed, but I understood. It's okay. I'm here for you however you need me. I stayed in Michigan. I sent flowers. And I sent more money for the funeral expenses, $1,000. Jake messaged me, "You're an angel. Sophie doesn't know how she'd get through this without you." After that, the requests for money became more frequent. Sophie couldn't afford rent. Her car broke down. Every time I helped, $200, $500, $800. I was working 2 jobs while going to school. I didn't have much, but Sophie was my best friend. By 2020, the pandemic hit and things got even worse for Sophie. She lost her job and was about to be evicted. She called me crying, "Maddie, I have nowhere to go. I'm going to be homeless." I couldn't let that happen. "How much do you need?" $3,000 for rent and a deposit on a new place. I emptied my savings account and sent it. And then a little nagging feeling started to bother me. In the 6 years we'd been friends, I'd sent Sophie over $27,000. I'd asked to visit her so many times, but there was always an excuse. She was too busy, too broke, too anxious to fly. We had never been in the same room. I started noticing other strange things. Sophie, Jake, Emma, Chloe, they never really interacted with each other on social media. They only interacted with me. I looked closer at their profiles. They seemed ... empty. Fake. I felt crazy even thinking it. I confided in my roommate. Do you think it's possible Sophie isn't real? She looked at me, dead serious. Maddie, I've been worried about this for 2 years. I decided to hire a private investigator. I gave him all of Sophie's information, her address, her social media, everything. 2 weeks later, he called. Madison, we need to talk. My heart sank. The address you gave me, it's a UPS store, not an apartment. Sophie's Instagram photos, they're stolen from a German influencer's account from 2015. Jake, Emma, Chloe, Patricia, all fake accounts, all created around the same time, and they all only interact with you. I was shaken. BUTI. Video chatted with her. Did you? He asked. Or did you video chat with pre-recorded videos, programmed to respond? I felt sick. Who is she really? He told me he traced the IP addresses from all the accounts. They all logged in from the same location. Ann Arbor, Michigan. My blood ran cold. That's where I live. That's where I go to school. Whoever was doing this to me was close. Very close. I looked at everyone I knew. Who would do this? Why? And then I remembered 6 years ago, when I first joined that anxiety support group, there was another girl from Michigan in that. We chatted a few times, and then suddenly she disappeared. Her name was Ashley. I started searching for her, and that's when I found her real Facebook profile, Ashley Monroe, 25 years old, living in Ann Arbor. I scrolled through her photos, and then my heart just stopped cold. In the background of one of her pictures, on her desk, I could just barely see her computer screen. And on it, it was Sophie's Instagram page. It was her. I didn't confront her right away. I had to be smart. I started gathering evidence, screenshotting everything, every conversation, every payment, every single fake account. Then I posted the entire story with all the screenshots, all the receipts. The title, My Best Friend of 6 Years, was fake. She had invented 14 different people and stolen $89,000 from me. And the craziest part, she lived in my city. The video absolutely exploded. 12 million views in just 3 days. People were horrified. The comments were flooding in. This is sociopathic. Call the police now. I'm so sorry this happened to you. Local news channels started picking up the story. And Ashley, she panicked. She tried desperately to delete all the accounts, but it was too late. I had already archived everything. Then I got a message from her real account. Madison, please take down the video. I'm sorry. I have a problem. I need help. I was furious. I typed back, you stole $89,000 from me. You lied for 6 years, she pleaded. I'll pay you back. I'll do anything. Please. But there was no going back. I called the police and filed a report for fraud and identity theft. They arrested her. In the interrogation, Ashley confessed to everything. She admitted she saw my posts in an online support group and thought I seemed nice and naive. She created the Sophie persona using photos from a random German girl's old Instagram. She used voice modulation software for our calls and even deepfake technology for video chats. She invented the 14 other people just to make Sophie's life seem real and believable. And the reason why? Money. She had a severe addiction to online shopping and gambling, and she'd spent over $100,000 that she didn't have. My money was funding her addiction. She was charged with wire fraud, identity theft, and theft by deception. She pled guilty and was sentenced to 4 years in prison with an order to pay back the $89,000 plus interest. But here's the reality. I'll probably never see that money. She doesn't have it. She spent it all. But you know what? I didn't care about the money anymore. It was about warning people. My TikTok channel grew to 4 million followers. I started posting content about catfishing, how to spochi it, what the red flags are. I've helped hundreds of people realize they were being One woman had been sending money to a boyfriend for 8 years without ever meeting him. A man was being catfished by someone pretending to be a celebrity. A teenager was talking to someone she thought was her age, but it was a predator. People always ask me, how did you not realize for 6 years? And the answer is simple. I trusted her. I saw her face on video. I heard her voice. She knew intimate details about my life. The technology these days is incredibly sophisticated. Deepfakes are nearly perfect. Voice modulators sound real, and AI can hold entire conversations. It's not about being stupid. It's about predators being incredibly skilled. Today, 3 years later, I run a nonprofit called the Catfish Prevention Project. We educate people about online fraud and provide resources for victims. We've even helped recover over $2 million. I wrote a book about my experience, which is now being adapted into a documentary, and I consult for dating apps on their verification processes. I turned my absolute nightmare into my purpose. Do I regret trusting Sophie? No. I regret that there are people like Ashley in the world who exploit trust, but I refuse to become cynical and stop trusting everyone. I'm just more careful now. I verify, I question, and I protect myself. And I help others do the same. If you think you're being catfished, here is what to do. Ask for a live video chat where they have to hold up a specific object or do a specific action in real time. Reverse image search their photos. Ask questions only they would know. And never send money to someone you haven't met in person. Trust your gut. If something feels off, it probably is. And please, reach out for help. You're not alone. My name is Madison. I was catfished for 6 years by 14 fake people. But I survived. I exposed her. And now, I'm dedicating my life to protecting others. Thank you so much for listening to my story. Please subscribe for more content on how we can make the internet a safer place together.